And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, across our beloved KYBER Empire. You're watching Arnold Holonet News, the only news you'll ever need. Because you have no other choice. And today, holy cow, we got some really interesting stuff I want to put on your radar for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I'm talking free Kyrotech to make your free-to-play farms a little bit better. Kid FISTO finally got fixed. Oh my gosh, the guy was literally unplayable. The REVA mission is officially more difficult now, and I can't believe this, guys. CG actually took some pretty big actions against cheaters recently. And we got some concerning news about Grand Arena and KYBER 1. Are you getting booted out? Well, there might be no one in KYBER 1 soon. Now, the first order of business, let's get some Kyrotech into your roster that's completely free. You don't want to miss out on this. In case you don't know, there's a login calendar on the web store that's giving you 30 free pieces of Kyrotech and a Zeta and some Omegas. And you might not be getting it because CG's not really putting it on people's radars. Let me show you how to get this. Unfortunately, you're forced to go over to the web store for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Again, I'll leave links down below in case you need a little bit of a reminder. There's already a free monthly chest that gives a variety of stuff, sometimes crystals, energy. Right now, this month, they're giving away energy and Tuskens and some credits. Make sure you pick it up every single day. You can pick up those free resources. However, they also have another free bundle, which is including 15 Kyrotechs of each, the shock prods and the laptops. You gotta make sure you redeem it. There's only about another 4 days left, so make sure you click on that free, take it in your roster. Let's go hop over to my free-to-play account and show you it. And there you go. As you can see, you now have that daily login calendar to get all these free Kyrotechs. Hey, free Kyrotech is free Kyrotech. I ain't gonna complain about that. And just to show you, this is from the freebie daily chest. Look, 100 energy, not gonna complain about that. Don't miss out on all these free resources, guys. Next up on some news, the game was literally unplayable. Kit Fisto, they fixed the bug where Kit Fisto would not recover Terminator from his basic ability. Give it up, guys. The game's fixed. We can all leave in peace now. On a more serious note, on something maybe not as important as Kit Fisto getting fixed, the update is officially kicked in with Java Scavenger being a lot more difficult inside of the REVA special mission and Rise of the Empire. So next week when we encounter it, I'll make sure I update the guide. Again, it's a little unfortunate that my guild and many others were able to do the REVA mission on easy mode, and likely it's going to be a lot more difficult for folks. I already got 238 shards of REVA, only 2 more territory battles to go, and we should have, we're assuming it's not that much more difficult. And it's unfortunate that most people are going to do this with the more harder version of the REVA special mission. So we're going to update it. Hopefully it's not that much more difficult. But the problem is now with the Jawa Scavenger being updated, that means you're going to have to worry about damage over times from Tatooine and thermal detonators from Jawas. I'm guessing high tenacity is probably going to help. Another little bit of a downer. CG doesn't like it when you guys find ways to make your lives easier. Inside of Conquest, the REVA battle at the very end of Sector 5, you can no longer farm feats on REVA. Wow. Thanks, CG. I'm glad that bothered you so much. And another minor little thing, SCYTHE getting a little bit of another knock. They no longer get as many stacks of formation as they did against Executor fleets. I gotta say, I haven't been using SCYTHE nearly as much as when they did that nerf versus Profundity. But the good news is, it's been, what, 2 weeks or so, and they haven't done anything with TIE Defender yet. I'm hoping maybe they'll leave it. This next part of the video, I am ecstatic about. You guys know me. I've called out CG so many times on the inactivity versus cheaters. They were rampant in Grand Arena, but recently there has been a massive wave of bans, and you might have been accidentally banned, or you may have been rightfully banned. And even they've been apparently maybe picking up cheating in Conquest. I just want to remind people, and especially in a game like this, cheating only hurts the players you're playing with. When you're playing against people in Grand Arena that aren't cheating, they're trying their best. Some people are struggling. Everyone's got some sort of struggle going on in Grand Arena, whether you're in high KYBER being kicked out and data crowns, or you're just trying to make your way through chromium, erodium, and below. Cheating's no fun in a competitive environment. It's only fair for me to talk about them finally acting on cheating. So there's been numerous amounts of posts on Reddit and the forums. I think the funnier ones are people saying, oh, screw you, CG, why'd you ban me? And then everyone's like, dude, you cheated. Some things to look for when you're going through search history on our side. CG might have other tools. If you still see that an enemy has protection on them but no health, it's a little sus when you see something like this. We got other posts again. People are like, hey, why was I banned? Then we have Ultra. By the way, shout out to Ultra. They've been doing a lot of job trying to help people appeal bans that were wrongfully banned. And also just double check it. So Ultra's kind of the unofficial community manager as well, it feels like. I don't know if they're paid. I hope Ultra does get paid. They're always on the forums. Another example where someone's like, I didn't cheat. But when you see stuff like this, you can tell, yeah, something fishy's going on. There's no reason why TIE Fighter pilot should have protection. There's no protection regen on this Vader team for TIE Fighter pilot. Another example where somehow Ahsoka Tano and whatever this is managed to do this much damage in 30 seconds. You can also see right here, Snowtrooper's got some protection on him that has no way of existing. And then same thing here, Vulture Droid somehow has protection on them. This is a battle that makes absolutely no sense. They timed out and their enemy still had no health, but protection on them. Again, obvious signs of cheating. I don't know the specifics of how the APKs work and the hacks, but just know that your record is publicly available on SWH.GG, whether you're on the website or not. However, there are some false bans, it seems like. So if you're someone that feels like you got banned wrongfully, maybe CG just went scorched earth and, you know, maybe they went too hard. We have examples right here where there was an individual that looks like they were wrongfully banned, and Ultra seems like they're helping them get that ban appealed. This one takes the cake, though. We got this one person saying, I spent over 400 pounds on this game and you've closed my account, please give me my money back. And the guy openly admits to cheating. They said, yeah, I used it in Conquest before. Just a reminder of the terms of service. EA can suspend or terminate your account without refunds. And this one's good. We have to update the TOS, except in Conquest. So the thing that's notable for me, I don't know if this is maybe why they got banned. Maybe they also used it in Grand Arena and they're just lying that they didn't use it in Grand Arena. But if they are also noticing hacking and cheating in Conquest, that feels believable, because Conquest is how CG's trying to milk money for quasi-legendary characters. I'd be really surprised to know if they had cheat detection for Conquest. And lastly, we're balancing everything. We have a little bit of good stuff, a little bit of salt, good stuff. Let's end on a little bit of salt and concern for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I want to remind you guys of this. This has been something going on for a while, and I was like, maybe it's nothing much, but we're seeing a trend. Something is happening, and this post does not seem truthful anymore, at least according to our AHN experts. As you guys know, with the new Grand Arena change that happened a while ago, after every season, your skill gets squished, just so there's not some vast disparity in score over a long period of time in Grand Arena. And as they say here, in order to maintain the health and balance of this new system, each season will begin with a skill squish of sorts. This will ensure that the range of skill rating numbers won't massively expand over time and keep ladders competitive. Sure. However, this is where it's starting to seem like this is not true. In general, and maybe they mean in general, where most people aren't going to be affected, and maybe they're not lying here, but definitely it feels a little deceitful. This will not have any impact on your Grand Arena experience. This will not change which division or league you're in, and that does not seem truthful. It will not impact your ability to reach the next division, and it will not affect your daily rewards payout. Well, there's been some investigation going on lately, and I want to give a shout out to Taliana, who composed a great graphic by pulling off the data from SWGH.GG, and other people have been noticing this too, where it seems like with the squish every season, there are less and less and less people inside of KYBER 1. And you can see it indicated by this. So it goes back to March 2022. And originally we had somewhere over 7,500 KYBER 1 folks. Cool, right? Over time in 2022, you see that it keeps reducing. We're not even at 2,000. They report that we are just under 2,000 people in KYBER 1. A massive drop from where we were beginning of last year. So what this means is that it has affected some people's crystal income. It has affected people's division. It has affected people's experience in Grand Arena. My speculation is maybe they're trying to bleed out KYBER 1 as much as possible. Who knows? Maybe it's going to go down to 1,500. This is the problem I remember proposing when they made these Grand Arena crystal changes and took everything from Squad Arena. The power is back in CG's hand in terms of crystal economy. Whereas before, you only needed one good team to climb up Squad Arena within just a small period of time. Now they need you to get a lot of teams on offense and defense. Now they have to require data crunch if you want to be semi-competitive in KYBER 1. And even with that in mind, they're reducing the amount of people who can even be in KYBER 1. So the good news is, at least Meathead, one of our community managers, was made aware of this thread. They didn't really comment much on it, saying they're going to make note of it and they'll let CG know. Hard to say if they're going to do anything about it. And allegedly, they've contacted 50 shards of Cam. I can't confirm this, but apparently they've specifically invited them to comment on the mathematical techniques that would be better at accomplishing what they intend. And apparently they have a couple professors with one experience in mathematical topology. So I can't confirm any of this comment right here, but all I do know is looking at this, something is fishy in regards to the KYBER 1 people, and easily several thousand people are getting kicked out of KYBER and no longer getting the rewards they were at one point. Something's got to change if all this is true. So that's going to wrap it up for today here at Arnold Holland News, the only news you're ever going to need because you have no other choice. Let me know your thoughts down below on this weekly news roundup for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Like, comment down below, subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And always remember that it's great to be in the Empire today. Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.